It's mid-afternoon in a mid-sized American city, and a revolution is quietly in progress. A gang of green giants is switching to a leaner diet of compressed natural gas. 18 middle school teachers in training are going to the races solar-powered. The state's greenest hotel is changing more than its sheets and its towels. An account executive is helping her customer to get creative using electric power. And these high school students are watching waste transformed into energy up close. These revolutionaries are pioneering new partnerships and new pathways, building the 21st century workforce.
The sustainable skills are the foundation for our company.
You're not going to work at one job, land your first job, and most likely not going to work there for the next 43 years or 45 years and retire.
Biggest surprise is that, at least for engineering, you don't learn anything in school. You learn so much on the job.
A big part of it is being able to say, I don't know, and admitting it to the person on the phone would say, but you know what, I can find out for you.
If I could wave the magic wand, I'd have a Starbucks barista with a commercial driver's license. That's the ideal combination.
South of Spokane, Washington, 58 wind turbines are rising from the Palouse Hills, even as the tax subsidies promoting them are about to blow away.
Well-sited wind farms will always have a place in a utility's energy portfolio. The technology has become so efficient that it's competitive with other forms of energy.
Despite new technologies and general public support, the so-called clean tech sector is in trouble. It's an unfriendly economic and political climate, and even global warming is subject to debate. Clean tech boosters are suddenly sober and faced with 4 uncomfortable new realities. Environmental. In a Great Recession, the economy trumps the environment. We tend to choose treasure, not trees. Political. In a gridlocked Congress, clean tech has become a political pawn, its programs ridiculed, gutted, or left hanging. Economic. In an economy obsessed with employment, clean tech has not been a massive job creator. In many cases, it trades or even eliminates jobs. And educational. Despite our professed interest in sustainability and green, dropout rates and skills gaps are growing, not shrinking in this country. Our companies and our campuses are struggling to connect.
Educational institutions have to teach people. Businesses have to help them learn as well, all throughout their career. And it's everybody's job to figure out what those skills are that are needed and help people understand where they need to, what they need to learn to get there.
This is their laundry detergent, which is also great, and it comes in a little pellet, and you don't have to unwrap it at all. It just kind of dissolves.
Even as the clean tech sector is taking its lumps, a much broader idea has captured our imagination: sustainability. From retail shops to global enterprises, from individuals to organizations, we're seeing and hearing about sustainability everywhere.
We've had a great reception here in Spokane. We have a lot of support from folks in the community.
In the group that I'm involved with, we don't do a project that isn't green. We are defined by our energy savings on a project.
I've definitely seen a culture shift over the last 10, 15 years. Not maybe just at Avista, but just with the utility industry in general, just being much more interested in sustainability and being green.
Nobody likes to waste anything. Most people like to be more efficient with resources and make better use of them.
It's a living wage.
Sustainability sustains itself because it's both a very new and a very old idea. As practiced by innovators like McKinstry, it's simply making buildings more efficient and environmentally sound. For utilities like Avista, It's meeting increasing energy demand by conserving what we have and deploying it more effectively. And for global enterprises like Itron, a billion-dollar company from Liberty Lake, Washington, it's an extraordinary and worthwhile business opportunity.
We as a country, really as a world, face a number of significant challenges in terms of managing our energy and water resources intelligently and efficiently going forward, and that's the business Itron's in.
Sustainable successes are created when people look for and find efficiency savings with their resources. They focus on their customers and provide sustainable services. They're working smarter by employing information technology and more data power. They embrace lean processes to reduce waste. And they practice responsibility both to people and to the planet.
We are seeing more and more demand from groups insisting that we're green or we have green practices, and for us to obtain the Gold LEED certification helps send that message that we are green in our practices, you know, that endorsement or that certification people understand.
We're providing larger, more varied recycling services than ever before for our customers because they're asking for it, and all of that really is a reflection of our desire to not only talk it but to walk it and live it.
Sustainable success is simply good business. It works. Hotel guests are shopping for green properties. Yesterday's garbage man is today's waste stream manager. And even a high-tech sewage treatment plant is a place where the next generation wants to come to work.
Wastewater is actually becoming a major resource. So you can mine from wastewater nutrients, you can also gain energy, and then the byproducts of wastewater can become also fertilizers. So the industry is changing from where it used to be out of sight, out of mind down the road into a new field where it's tapping into wastewater as a resource to both sustain the environment and sustain human development.
Buildings are always going to get older, and equipment is always going to get older, and energy prices are always going to go up regardless of what the economy is going to do. And so investing in efficiency is always going to make sense.
The work that's being done around sustainability, clean energy, high tech, etc., seems to be more and more experiential, which takes us back to the basics of education, which we learned a long time ago that we learn best by doing.
Is this one working?
Education and training are certainly keys to future success, especially in a more sustainable future. But right now, our education, learning, and training systems are underperforming dramatically. Our young people are dropping out in droves. Each year, 1 million high school students quit and leave with no degree. And the U.S. has the highest college dropout rate in the industrialized world. The percentage of teens and young adults with jobs is now the lowest since World War II. Besides dropouts, our economy is plagued by skills gaps. Currently, 3 million jobs in the U.S. are unfilled because of inadequate training and preparation. We're failing to connect what we learn with what we do. As the Harvard study concludes, too many can't see a clear, transparent connection between their program of study and tangible opportunities in the workplace.
A lot more schools are going to project-based learning because they understand that people need to understand how what they're doing today fits with something else. Why does this skill matter, and how will I use it in the future?
How am I filling my tool belt? What can I do here, and what opportunities can I take advantage of to look, 5-10 years down the path and say, I've acquired all of these skills and taken all of these opportunities. And I was very fortunate that I worked for companies that anything would come up and I'd be like, oh, hey, pick me. I want to be part of that. I want to do this job. I want to have that experience.
A sustainable future requires sustainable skills. Learning that's more collaborative, that crosses disciplines, and is project-based to connect skills with real-world outcomes. It must offer new emphases and techniques, handling vast amounts of data, cultivating customer relationships, communicating.
The new literacy is the ability to learn new things. Just whatever degree you had, that isn't enough. It's going to keep learning and adapting as you go forward.
On-the-job training is critical. We've seen a lot of folks succeed coming out of industry. They've worked for 20 years and got laid off from their job. And the way they were successful was taking their work skills they learned in their past career, as well as their interpersonal skills. These are folks that have had to be on time for the last 20 years and know what it's like to be dependable and such, but they need to leverage their prior skills into the new environment.
Like the idea of sustainability itself, sustainable skills are both new and traditional. Here's the consensus top 10. Number 10, teamwork. Number 9, problem solving. Number 8, planning and organizing. Number 7, multicultural sensitivity and awareness. Number 6, leadership and management. Number 5, interpersonal abilities, building relationships. Number 4, flexibility and adaptability. Number 3, computer and tech literacy. Number 2, analytical and research skills. And number 1, by a huge margin, communication. Listen, write, and speak effectively.
I think that adaptability is crucial, and you have to have that flexibility. And it's learned, and I think it's hard for a lot of people to be that flexible, but it's necessary because in this day and age, that's our reality. That's the reality we live in.
We all have the ability to learn more. We all have the ability to learn from each other. And if you think about it, on our jobs, we're all in a project-based learning situation. Every job we do is a new project in the sense of how we all work together.
To start making your connections, visit wdcspokane.com/21st Century Skills. Get details on the top 10 in-demand skills and a host of resources for students, career seekers, parents, educators, and employers.